Same man. Look, man, we got a little video right here, man. Shout out to bro that put the link in the comments, bro. Cause I don't never have found this shit. Brooklyn's worst mass shooting. Taste out the city. Yeah, bro. I need to go back to school again. Yeah, I need to go back to school, bro. I'm gonna fuck that shit up, bro. Yeah. Fuck it.
40 rounds fired in 6 seconds as innocent people scurry to safety.
They found the man on the sidewalk, shot several times.
Fuck low bands. What? I can pull up. What?
No, I'm chilling.
This nigga said, nah, I'm chilling, and start busting with no mask on. Yo, it's crazy.
It was a hot, tense night on August 17th, when a popular nightlife spot in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, became an absolute war zone. The Taste of the City Lounge on Franklin Avenue was a regular neighborhood establishment, but it sat directly inside a heavily contested hotspot territory between rival street factions. The venue was wall-to-wall packed. The music was blasting, and nobody inside had any clue that a countdown had already begun. This was no ordinary night, and it was no ordinary incident. What went down inside that lounge would go on to become one of the most heavily...
Yo, I ain't know New York was this dirty, gang. Like, why is still trash on the sidewalk, gang? Like, why y'all don't got that big ass bins, bro? Y'all niggas can put the trash in. Like, what the fuck? The trash on the sidewalk? That's why y'all niggas got rats over there now, bro. They not even rats, my nigga. They basically dogs out there, gang. Like, bro, them shit so big, gang. Like, bro, pause. That sound crazy. But y'all niggas know what I mean.
Investigated
Wait, 12 people shot, 3 killed, up to 4 gunmen, no arrests? How the fuck you get nobody arrested, bro? At least one of them niggas gotta be on the ground for showboating that shit, gang. No cap. And most of the time, bro, when niggas do crimes, bro, they dead ass go home, bro, and they pull up the TV, bro, and watch what the fuck they did. They like, damn, nigga, I really did that shit, gang. Like, real shit, bro. Niggas be really sick in the head doing that shit, gang. But y'all niggas stay safe, though.
Mass shootings in recent Brooklyn history. Over 40 bullets flying in every direction, an entire room scrambling for survival.
Man, shorty out there.
Lives cut short in a matter of...
Yo, bang, folks. Yo, it's an old head, bro. We got Muhammad right here. Damn, bro. Come on, bro. Killing civilians, though. That's crazy.
Mere seconds. For years, these two sides have been at war. We're talking lots of reckless shootings in broad daylight. Dudes spraying guns inside crowded malls like it was nothing, completely unbothered by people or cameras. But in the war, there's two sides to it. On one hand, you have the Folk Nation Gangster Disciples, or GDs. But if we take it back to the early 2000s and 2010s, the GDs became one of the most prominent and heavily feared movements in Brooklyn. To all the outsiders, the folks are pretty much the everybody K in Brooklyn. They're hated by lots of other gangs and sets. In central Brooklyn, they held down 2 massive strongholds. The Ebbets Field complex off Bedford Avenue, which is a massive stronghold for their gang activities. And just a few minutes down, they're also at the Veerside projects, down on Foster and Newkirk. For years, these 2 apartment complexes has been pure fortress territory to the GDs. And for anyone who wasn't folk that was lurking around, their area was catching a shell if they were spotted. On the other side, you had a lethal mix of local Brooklyn blood sets.
59 Spice Blood. Wait, hold on. Did we rat to a nigga? I swear we rat to a nigga, bro. One of y'all niggas put me on to this nigga, bro. I forgot the song, bro. Like, bro, nigga had a switch on that shit. That one gun, bro. Bro, if I find that song, bro, I might put it in the video. If I don't, bro, you know your boy lazy on that. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Hopefully.
Most notably, the 5'9" Spice Blood Brims, running alongside local neighborhood alliances like the Bev, Martens, and the Beverly Bosses. The 5'9" Brims evolved into an aggressive, homegrown machine focused on expansion, money, and raw force. They controlled the surrounding blocks just a few minutes away from GD Turf, turning those street corners into a permanent front line. This wasn't just beef, it was a body count war. The Beverly Bosses and Martens sets were literally keeping a written scorecard on their phones, tracking every rival they shot and every block they hit. Between both sides, dozens of people were caught in the crossfire, innocent bystanders getting struck at barbershops, outside movie theaters, and right on their front stoops. By 2018, the body count was rising, and at least 3 murder cases were sitting unsolved on the DA's desk. But the case that hit closest to home happened back in 2015.
A 27-year-old man is found shot to death in Brooklyn. Police say they responded to a 911 call around 10 Monday morning of a man shot on New York Avenue in Flatbush. When they arrived, they say they found Delroy Brown unresponsive with a gunshot wound to the torso. He was taken to Kings County Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. His family tells us he leaves behind 2 little boys, a girlfriend, a brother.
Nigga, dude, that shit still unsolved? Nigga, that shit ain't getting solved, my nigga. I'm sorry to say, but that shit ain't getting solved, boy. Nigga, it's 2026, gang. Nigga, it's 2005. Yeah, niggas ain't solving that shit. Them niggas probably already fucking jetted out the country, my nigga.
Sister and mother. Funeral services have not yet been planned.
By 2017 and 2018, the feds and the Brooklyn DA couldn't ignore it anymore. 18 members of the Martens Beverly Bosses were dragged into court on 41 criminal counts for conspiracy to commit murder. Shortly after, federal task forces hit the Folk Nation strongholds, indicting over 22 members tied to 26 separate shootings and dozens of victims across Brooklyn.
The gunman in this video, gang name Bones, Zidon Clark, reportedly thought he was firing at a rival gang member. Turns out he allegedly shot an innocent 15-year-old, Rohan Levy, in a case of mistaken identity.
A 15-year-old mistaken identity game? Yeah, I ain't real. It's just a good thing that nigga locked up, bro. Like, what the fuck? Mistaken identity, bro. Like, bro, how the fuck you don't know what the nigga look like, bro? You want to kill, gang? Like, real shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, every real nigga know, bro. You about to go blam a nigga, bro. You gotta make sure that's the right nigga, gang. Like, come on, gang. Like, bro. Of course, so you go run up on the nigga like, yo, what's up, bro? Where you from? Blah, blah, blah. And next you know it. Alright, this the nigga. Alright, we blamming that nigga. But 15-year-old gang, for mistaken identity gang, who they threw you under the jail, man?
Gangbanger Khalil Irving firing random warning shots at his neighbors. Kamari Porter doing the same thing.
The police thought taking down 40-plus big homies in massive indictments would kill the war.
Hell
But
no.
on the block, all taking out the OGs did was leave the streets wide open.
See, this thing, yo, he put it in the video game. Y'all niggas, I forgot what the song was, bro. This song right here, I ain't real hold you. I still bump this song, gang. Spice Gang, yep. This the song right here. I forgot what these niggas are, but I think it name's Big or something like that. But ain't this nigga locked up?
With no one in charge. By the late 2000s and early 2020s, a whole new, younger generation stepped right into the mix. Kids who grew up watching the older guys get bagged suddenly inherited the blocks, the guns, and the beef. And with drill music taking over and social media popping off, the war turned way more reckless, driven by young niggas trying to make a name for themselves before they even turned 20. The shooting we're about to get into was literally at the same location where a Veerside folk member passed away to a shooting by Spice Gang just 2 years before. And that brings us right back to August 17th on Franklin Avenue. The night was proceeding normally until a small verbal confrontation broke out earlier in the evening involving associates of a prominent blood set operating in the area. At the time, the dispute was brushed off, and the tension briefly seemed to settle. Believing the situation...
Yeah, once you see old head popped up like that, yeah, he on timing, gang. He on timing. Other bro, like, yo, who the fuck is these niggas? But old head right here, yeah, bro. He's on some shit.
was over. The atmosphere instantly turned cold as LM approached the folk old head with no hesitation. LM ran forward, drew his weapon, and tossed the first shots booming directly at Childs. Instantly, an associate of the old head, known as Orange, stepped into the line of fire and started tossing lead right back to protect his circle. Once shots are fired, both LM friends who are in the blue and yellow marker start returning fire towards Childs' direction.
Alright, this nigga on the ground, bro. This nigga shot at the wall, gang. Yeah, bro, you cooking. You cook. You shot at the wall, bro. Then kill your homie, gang.
As 40 bullets ripped through the smoke and flashing lights in just 6 seconds, LM's two friends abruptly abandoned the gunfight and fled into the night. They are seen on CCTV footage leaving the scene. And if you look close, you can see the two shooters are holding guns in their hands as they flee the scene. LM then managed to scramble back to his feet. Desperate to escape the trap, he began hopping out of the venue, trying to make it past the exit doors as the rounds echoed through the room. When LM gets out the venue, he is seen on CCTV footage completely losing his coordination and losing consciousness as the bullets take a toll on his body. When he falls, someone helps him get back on his feet. LM then manages to walk for just a few more seconds before completely blacking out and passing away.
Yo, this nigga had to get hit in the artery, bro. That's the only way you blacking out like that, gang. He had to get hit in the artery, bro. Cause there's no way, bro. Cause that shit was a head tap, bro. Nigga wouldn't have hopped out that bitch, gang.
When the smoke finally cleared, the toll was devastating. 3 people were pronounced dead. Spice member LM, folk member Jamel Childs, and an innocent 27-year-old Amadou Diallo, who was working as a delivery driver at the time of the shooting.
Damn, nigga was just delivering packages, my nigga. Like, your nigga can't even do his job, my nigga. Like, shit, my nigga. Nigga didn't take that shit a million years, bro. He'll get off like that, gang. Like, damn. Nigga try to be a good citizen, gang. Niggas can't be a good citizen.
10 other people were also shot and injured, leaving the neighborhood in complete shock. However, both victims who lost their lives in that inter-club crossfire were heavily known on the streets. On one side of the room was Jamel Childs, a known member of the Folk Nation Gangster Disciples. He was well established in the borough, with 8 prior arrests on his record. But more importantly, at the exact moment he walked into that club, he was actively wanted by the NYPD. Detectives were hunting him down as the primary suspect in a staggering 6 different shootings across Brooklyn. However, his rival was carrying an even darker, hidden shadow. 19-year-old Marvin St. Louis, also known on the streets as LM, was a member of the 5'9" Spice Blood Brims, a subset of the Bloods. He was currently on the run for not 1, but 2 homicides at the time of the shooting.
Okay, I know I'm not tripping, gang. Dude, this nigga says his nigga name is Pierre Simmons, right? Affiliated with the Crips. But this nigga wearing all red. How the what Crip set do you know wear red? Please somebody tell me what Crip set in fucking New York, my nigga, have red, gang. I just want to know, gang, because there's no way there's a Crip set that's red, bro. No way, bro. No way.
He was the suspect of a shooting a few years ago, which went unsolved, with his face literally being caught on CCTV.
Oh, I seen this one.
It's crazy how the NYPD just let that case blow past their head.
When a 21-year-old man was shot and killed only blocks away in East Flatbush.
This young man was in shorts. He's a young kid, but he had a gun. He probably didn't have an education, but he had a gun.
Why OG had to cook that nigga like that? He had to do that.
Then 2 years later after this shooting, he was the suspect and shooter of a homicide of a deceased folk member named Low Bands. Low Bands was shot in September 2023 while smoking a joint.
Man shot and killed in Crown Heights. It happened just before 7:30 on Carroll Street in Crown Heights, and when cops arrived there, they found the man on the sidewalk, shot several times. No word on a motive. The shooter is in the wind.
gang. Watch you creep up on him, cut the clip. Little Panda got shot, we left his body twitching. Murky busted trigger figure, it's confirming he hit, then we straight it to dig it.
See, I think this the song, bro. I think this is the song. If it's this not the song, bro, this the other song y'all niggas didn't put me on, but yeah.
Switches in the 10, the 30 second in no way that I'm missing. Spot a wild chopper, get the glitch. I'm smoking on more, it's just slow nigga kicking. Niggas in the booth. What the fuck the head type ever do? Melly punch shit, I had his tool. Patch on the road, we shot him out his shoes. Looking low, we put him on the news. Couldn't look before you heard the boom. Force moment clearing out the room. She locked with a switch, she can't.
That case also went unsolved, with the folks even knowing LM was the killer of their friend, with them dropping sneak disses in their music like this.
I start throwing a fit. I don't fuck with the spigs. In real life, niggas suck dick. I'm looking for ML. Say it backwards. That's on bro, you got sucked with the dicks on gangs. Better get low when I'm bent.
LM was moving like a serial killer at this point. A friend of LM, known as BT Spieg, had a photo shoot done on his birthday, and LM would bring a shovel to the photo shoot, meaning he was a grave digger. As the NYPD began combing through the ballistic evidence and securing the scene, they quickly realized this wasn't just a random act of barroom aggression. They realized this was a calculated, deadly collision between the 5'9" Brimsbloods and an established faction of the Folk Nation gangster disciples.
I think it got a beam on his gun.
Brimsbloods and an established faction of the Folk Nation.
Nigga, he shot once, then he turned the beam on. Like, what fucking sense do that make, bro? You have a beam and you don't turn it on to hit your target until you shoot the first 2 shots, and then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna turn the beam on. Gang. If you had the beam on, head tap. Come on now. Head tap, we going home.
Gangster disciples. With several shooters fleeing the venue, local detectives got the critical backing of the FBI's Safe Streets Task Force, launching a massive multi-state manhunt to hunt down the survivors. Despite the heavy gunfire and the chaos inside the lounge, the feds wouldn't catch a massive crowd. Instead, the net closed tightly around just 2 primary targets. First was 21-year-old Timothy Spence, known on the streets as Little Tim. He was the first to fall, eventually standing in federal court, waiving his indictment to plead guilty to assault in aid of racketeering and discharging a firearm. Then came Elijah Roy, better known as Eli Spice or Swervo. Elijah fled New York immediately after the shooting, running all the way down to North Carolina to hide out. He didn't run far enough.
Damn, North Carolina. Shit. Nigga, he should cut the hair. Nigga, he should went bald, nigga. Nigga should went bald and got a 9 to 5, man. Real shit. Real shit. Went bald and had a 9 to 5 and had kids, bro. That's the plan, bro. That's the plan he should have had, bro.
The FBI tracked his location, raided his hideout, and caught him slipping with $7,000 in cash, dragging him back to New York to face federal racketeering and weapon charges alongside Spence. While the feds took over the cases for Eli Spice and Timothy Spence because of their ties to the 5'9" Brimsbloods, the NYPD handled identifying 34-year-old Haley Cummings as one of the active shooters. Local detectives pinned his involvement directly from the club's security footage and ballistics. NYPD kept his charges in the state court system, while the Spice Gang members' cases were handled by the feds. But here's the part that catches everyone off guard. Despite 3 bodies dropping on the club floor, not a single one of them is being charged with direct murder. The 2 main targets who started the whole thing, LM and Jamel Childs, died there in the smoke. So instead, the prosecutors used a loophole to have them locked up for a very long time. Spice member Spence chose to not fight the case, because when you're picked up by the feds, the conviction rate is almost like a 95%. By taking his plea, he locked himself into a mandatory minimum of 10 years, with the judge holding the power to hand him a life sentence. Elijah Eli Spice Roy is still fighting his battle through the federal system. The feds hit him with a heavy criminal complaint for assault in aid of racketeering and being a felon with ammo, because he fired directly back into the crowd where the rival folk members were standing, using his deep gang ties to make sure his weapon charges carry maximum weight. Meanwhile, Haley Cummings is currently fighting his own battle in the state system, facing heavy local firearms and assault charges for his part in the shootout. Haley is no small player either. Back in 2012, he was swept up in the first ever Folk Nation RICO indictment, meaning everyone in this story shares a heavy history.
And they always sent this for real? No way. I mean, how you fuck gonna solve murder, bro? Like, bro, solving a murder, we gotta be the hardest shit, bro. Can't gotta catch the face, bro. Like, bro, so much backtracking you gotta do on that shit, bro. But hey, that's the life on the street, man. Like, if you're in the streets right now, bro, and your knees deep, bro, they got salute to you, gang. Salute to you, bro. I don't know how y'all niggas do it. Cause at the end of the day, you play by the gun, you die by the gun. You know what I'm saying? But it's always time to get out the game, you know? Get you a 9 to 5, man. Do something that you love, you know what I'm saying? Cause if you do get locked, bro, just know that's your second chance of life, bro. That's basically your second chance of life unless they give you life. If they give you life, gang, like, just know, bro. You just gotta go ahead and just gotta dug that shit out, or you just end it right there in the courthouse, bro. Right there in there in front of the judge. Like, you know what, bro? Fuck that shit, bro. Let me get my rope. Nah, chill. Don't do that, gang. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. But for real though. I ain't real, y'all fuck with these videos, bro. Y'all made it far. Go ahead, put some more videos like this, and we react to them, man. I love these videos. But look, y'all know what to do though. Go in the comments what you gotta do. But before you even do that, sub up, be part of that OG squad, man. I know you wanna be part of it because you watch my whole shit. So go ahead, sub up, be part of the squad, man. Go in the comments, do what you gotta do. I get to it, and I catch y'all boys on the next reaction.